Hey everybody, welcome back to One Seed, One World. So today I wanted to show you a sort of new gardening tool. It's at least new to me anyway, but it's actually been around for about 5,000 years and I'm just now becoming familiar with it. So my friend Tom that I went to high school with, he lives in South Korea, and he emailed me a couple weeks ago or so and asked me if I had ever heard of a Homi. Not as in Homi, but Homi. This is a Homi. This is a traditional Korean gardening tool that's from the Bronze Age, and they come in all different sizes. I thought he was sending me one. He sent me five. Five different tools of all different sizes. Little ones, as you can maybe see here, and I'll show you some close-ups of these too. But so they are traditionally made out of iron, although I think they are also made out of steel, depending on where you buy them from. And apparently, back in 2019, this is like one of the hottest selling items in the U.S. As it became gained popularity in the U.S., but it has been around for 5,000 years in Korea. They've been using it forever. And it's very good for removing weeds, making rows, and I like the ergonomics of it. You know, it's very easy to use. It's lightweight, and it's made up of the blade, the tang, and the handle. And they also can come in slightly different shapes, and that shape will depend from my limited research on the locality where they are made. They can come in like a plowshare shape, a triangle shape, and a sickle shape. Now, from the pictures I was looking at, I'm not sure if mine, which category mine falls into, because they're all very similar. This looked kind of like the plowshare shape to me, but also could maybe fit into the triangle. I don't think it's a sickle type, but anyway, like I said, my knowledge of these is pretty limited, but I was really excited to get this package in the mail today, and I have to give Tom a big thanks and a shout out for sending these to me. So awesome that just out of the blue you sent me these, that now I have all these cool garden tools to use of all different sizes, which will be great for different things that I'm doing in the garden. I will put all five of them to use. I also really like that I got, this was included in the package, and it's kind of like a little catalog of various garden vegetables from South Korea, and everything's written in Korean. So I'm gonna save this because I think this thing looks pretty cool too. So we're gonna try this out today. We'll try one of these out for a little bit of planting in the raised bed that I'm gonna do. So let's go check out the Homi. Homi. So I wish I had some better plants to try this out with. These are some white and red onions that I started indoors, but I had three issues with them actually. I planted them probably a little bit too close together to get them started off. Two, the bag of soil that I used was old, had holes in it, had sat outside all winter, so I think a lot of the nutrients had kind of drained out over months of it's just sitting out there with holes in it. So there wasn't as much nutrient in it to kind of keep the plants going. And then also the soil that I put in was pretty wet and took a long time to dry out. So while they sprouted really well, they now looked really green to begin with, but now they're really starting to yellow and look pretty sickly, I think, from too much water and lack of nutrients. So normally when I would bring plants outside, I would harden them off, but I'm not doing that this time. I'm just gonna put them in here and see how they work. And if they live, that's awesome. If they don't, I have more of these same seeds that I'll just replace them with. And this was kind of a test batch anyway. Anyway, so here's the Homi. This is great for making little rows. This is one of the mid-sized ones that I'm using now. And I think some of the smaller ones will work great for making rows for smaller plants. It digs really well, has good ergonomic. It's a nice little tool. It works really well. I'm really happy with this thing. And I'm excited that I got all these different sizes to try out. So, make my first little row here. I'm going to take some of these red onions. There's a lot of good roots in here, but I don't know how they're going to turn out with sticking them directly out here in the sun. There's probably a less than 50% chance that they're going to make it, but we'll see what happens. Try to divide them up a little bit. Some of them I'll probably even keep together, because you can plant onions in small groups of like 3 or 4. Now granted, your onions will end up being smaller, but they'll still grow. Although the way that I'm doing them here, maybe they won't. Anyway, I'm going to do some more of these and work some more with the Homi, and then we'll see how this works out. Okay, the lighting is horrible out here in the greenhouse. Plus it's 101 degrees right now in the greenhouse, so I'm about dying. Hopefully I can fix this lighting and post-edit. Anyway, this was not a video on how to do onion seedlings and transplanting outside, so please ignore that. I still have a bunch. I only put in a few because I don't have high hopes for them. But I mainly just wanted to show you the Homi, which is a really cool, awesome garden tool that comes in different sizes. They even have some long-handled ones as well. So just really cool little tool. Seriously? Need to fix that. Cool little tool as well. And I'll put a link down below, because even though I got these from South Korea, from Tom, you can also get these on Amazon, and I'll post a link where you can go check them out. They're pretty cheap. I think right now they're, for one probably about this size, the bigger ones, I think they run about 19 bucks. But from just that little test, totally worth it. Man, I will be using these a lot, and you'll be seeing these throughout the garden season as I use these for different things. So I'm sure I'll be bringing them up again in the future. So once again, thanks so much, Tom, for these awesome Homi garden tools. Traditional Korean garden tool. Pretty sweet. I'm loving it. Whatever's gone in your neck of the woods, hope it's gone fantastic for you. If you found value in this little video, give me a like and come subscribe to the channel. And if you've been using one of these, you know, put some comments down below and tell me what your experience has been with using these and how you like them. All right, that's it. Hope you guys are having a great day. I hope that all of your early gardening is going fantastic. If you're starting seeds, if you're starting to plant outdoors. Here I still have 6 weeks left before the last frost date, so I have to be careful on what I'm putting in. But we'll have a future video coming up soon on what you can plant outdoors before your last frost date. So stay tuned. Anyway, that's it. We'll see you guys again soon. Namaste.